All right, man. Excuse me. Vergil Ortiz says he wants to take on Terrence Crawford or Errol Spence after he fights Michael McKinson August 6th in the zone. He fighting at the Dickies Arena in Fort Worth, Texas. This fight was postponed back in March after he had suffered from rhabdo. A lot of people said that he just couldn't make the weight no more, and that's why he pulled out the fight. This, that, and the third. So, man, a lot of people said a lot of things, but most people expect him to move up. Now he back at the weight. You know what I'm saying? Now he back at the weight. Fight McKinson again. He was going for that David Iverson. Iverson pulled out. That would have been the number one. Would have been number one fight in WBC for the right to be Errol Spence mandatory. Now he's going back to WBO, the right to be Terrence Crawford mandatory. So Crawford might have a challenger, But Vergil he said he's ready for Spencer Crawford after the McKinson fight. Um, says Vergil Ortiz says he wants a title shot against welterweight champion Terrence Crawford Errol Spence after he deals with number 5 WBO contender Michael McKinson August 6th at the Dickies Arena in Fort Worth, Texas. Fight will be shown on the zone. Ortiz 18-0, 18 KOs, ranked number 1 in WA, WBC, WBO at 147. Excuse me. It feels like he's ready to challenge for a world title. Let's see if we get the quote. He said, quote, McKinson is ranked with the WBO. He's undefeated. It would look good on my resume if I beat him, said Ortiz Monday during virtual roundtable talk about his August 9th, not 6th, August 9th fight against Michael McKinson. I want my shot against whoever. It honestly doesn't matter to me, said Vergil when asked which of the champions at 47 he would like to fight. Well, overall, I'm 100% now. We're ready to go and do what we do best. I really want to get back in the ring now. By the time I fight in August, it'll almost be a whole year. I would love to fight twice this year and be even busier the following year. I was disappointed that I didn't get the fight, especially since I found out that I wasn't able to go on literally the week of the fight. Said Ortiz about him pulling out of his March 19th match against McKinson. Continue quote: "It's not like I wanted to waste the whole training camp. In months before that, he fought someone with a completely different style than me. So really based off of that, but I'm aware of how he fights, and it was a recent fight. We have a little more tape to go off of him," said Ortiz about McKinson. All right. Cool. Cool. I mean, he ain't got no choice but to take no title shot because he busting at the seams. So he don't have no choice but to get in there and fight for a title. He tried to fight out region. Some people were trying to say he was ducking out region. At the end of the day, it looked like Alvarez was the one who did not want to participate in the fight with Vergil Ortiz. Now, he said it don't matter. Obviously, Earl Spence is on a different side of the street. Um, yeah, obviously on a different side of the street. So, I mean, I don't know if they work together to make that fight, but that'd be interesting in the Texas area. But they both can meet up at 54. Crawford seems to be a logical choice. It'd be interesting had he beat McKinson, in March. Would he be going after Terrence Crawford right now? So, Crawford got a decision to make. Earl got a decision to make. Um, they got decisions to make. They're gonna keep waiting around. Being lethargic. When you get older, you gotta fight more. If you don't excuse me, if you don't use it, you lose it. So I mean, that's something to think about. His sister said on Twitter, be patient. Patience is a virtue. Be patient and all that type. I think people just over it at this point. People over it, and how much more you want us to wait on the fight, and then you're gonna wait to put the fight, later this year when people got bills to pay, when it's that time of the year. Um, she said, "Be patient. Patience is virtue. Just be patient. It's coming. Nobody got time to keep waiting and waiting and waiting. You know what I'm saying? When they make it, they make it. But at the same time, Ortiz is ready for a shot. Jerron Ennis is ready for a shot. And either you gonna defend as a champion, you're gonna get out the way and vacate and move up and wait. But realistically, He probably won't fight either one of them, but if he does fight one of them, it's probably going to be Terrence Crawford. So I mean, like I said, it's an interesting fight. Um, he got a chance. He knocked out everybody that he fought. So obviously he bringing in, he like to be elite power when he going down the contender scale. He fought a solid resume, the whole nine. So he brings some power. So it'll be interesting whoever you fight, because he touch you, he can hurt you. But obviously the thing about him is he don't really have no defense. And what's the funny thing about it? I was going through YouTube and I found this. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on.
I'll be honest. Um, I think that he's a good fighter. He's a really good fighter. Maybe a little less defensively responsible. I think if he were just to add a little bit more defense to him, he'd be set. Honestly, but I think that he's a really good fighter, and that's that. I think he gets hit too much. I'll be honest. Um, I think that he's a good fighter.
He all right. So the funniest shit. He talking about better BF, right? He talking about somebody to get hit too much. I like Vergil Ortiz, but you can't call the kettle black. You can't throw a rock and you live in a glass house. He has zero defense neither. Better BF got good defense. Better than him. I won't say it's the greatest defense, but that's funny because most people don't think he got no defense and he block punches with his face. So that's funny to me. But if he gonna go up in weight, I mean he gonna go up in, even if he go up in weight too, he gonna move up in competition and take on Terrence Crawford and take on um Errol Spence, man. If he don't catch them or if he can't hurt them and put them down, more than likely he getting stopped in that fight because he don't possess any defense. So when you fighting Vergil Ortiz, if he can't catch you, one thing about him is he do got a high motor. He will ramp it up. He will step it up physically. So that's the thing about it. He got great condition. He a great condition fighter. But think about it is he ain't got no defense, bro. He don't have no defense. He don't have no defense. You know, so that's the only issue going into the fight. I think he battle tested. I think he battle tested. Um, so I think he got the right resume to move up. He can't be no more ready for these fights. Obviously, you'll like to get Keith Thurman in there, or you'll like to get a Danny Garcia in there. But he faced enough competition to be ready for this, man. Um, so yeah, no doubt in my mind, I think he about ready. But one thing that's going against him is he's young, but he already outgrew the weight class. That's the thing about it. He young, already outgrew the weight class. So um, that's another thing. The cut is just probably looking just as hard as him as it is on Crawford and Spence, but you know, uh, but it's gonna be interesting. I mean, he got a lot of firepower, he got a lot of condition, he got a lot of power. But when you get to this level, when you get to this level, you know, you gotta have a certain amount of defense, especially when you fight that level. So is one fight easier than another fight for him? Not sure. Both are offensive, gurus. The thing about it is I think he understands Errol Spence style a little bit more. I think his style is similar to Errol Spence. The Errol Spence defense is a lot better. That's the difference. I think, Vergil Ortiz might be, more creative fighter. He might be a more explosive fighter. But Earl Spence is just, on another level. He might be all these knockouts and throw a lot of punches, but if you don't bring no defense versus Earl Spence, you gonna stand in front of him like he's standing in front of him, let people tee off on him. You better have a hell of a chin. And Terrence Crawford just too slick for him. If you can't catch Crawford or catch Crawford getting old that night, he just too slick for him. And Ortiz is gonna come in there and he might hurt both of them. You know what I'm saying? He might get their attention. But the thing is, can he do something else? It's the question. Like I said before, when you him, you don't move your head off the line versus Crawford. It's a matter of time until you get caught. So, I mean, Crawford might have an alternative dance partner. They still telling us to be patient. It's gonna happen. Is that and the third? Ain't this much patience in the world. That fight that you want to see, and that Vergil Ortiz want to see, and Boots want to see, so they can get their belts. It should be going down next month, August. No later than September 22nd. It's the last day of summer, but like I said, they're gonna string this as long as they can. But hey, let me know what you girls and guys think. Do you think Vergil Ortiz is ready for um, Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford? Let me know what you think in the comment section. Financially, you want to support the channel, Cash App, $ CJ Good 313, Venmo CJ Good 313, PayPal link in the description. Hit my link tree. You can follow me on Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal. All of my information is in the description. Appreciate the love, support. One time for the one time. Peace, and check out the boxing news and welterweight playlist. I think it was quite hilarious. Him saying better be didn't have no defense, and he ain't got no defense. That's crazy, right? But I appreciate y'all. Peace.